This performance yesterday in the Oval Office, even by the standards of a great showman like Trump, was really top-notch. Trump is sitting there with Cyril Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa. This is as the media have been denying that there's any persecution of white farmers in South Africa. This is as President Ramaphosa is calling the white refugees from South Africa cowards as well. Everyone's downplaying the issue. Trump's got the not only the president there, but also all these reporters. And he says, hey, dim the lights, roll the tape.
A revolution demands that at some point,
look at the president. Ramaphosa, he's there, he just kind of smirks, kind of nods a little. Oh yeah, shoot to kill, shoot the boer, kill the farmer. Laugh, he laughs. He's laughing at kill the farmer, kill the boer.
Announced it would be accepting a Qatari jet to be used as Air Force One.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know, you to get out of here. What does this have to do with the Qatari jet? They're giving the United States Air Force a jet, okay? And it's a great thing. We're talking about a lot of other things. It's NBC trying to get off the subject of what you just saw. You are a real, you're a terrible reporter. Look at this. White South African couple say that they were attacked violently.
President Trump, why don't you go and see for yourself if it is indeed true?
Well, I could do that. Look, here's burial sites all over the place. These are all white farmers that are being buried. And he asks about a jet that was given. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I'm sorry, I don't have a plane to give you.
I wish you did. Okay. I would.
What an amazing performance. Whatever you're thinking, whatever I'm saying, we're going to take a pause for a second so that you can text Knowles to 989898. This July, there is a global summit of BRICS nations in Rio de Janeiro. The bloc of emerging superpowers, that includes China, Russia, India, and Iran, are meeting with the goal of displacing the US dollar as the global currency. They're calling it the Rio Reset. As BRICS nations push forward with their plans, global demand for US dollars will decrease, bringing down the value of the dollars in your savings. While this transition will not happen overnight, the Rio Reset in July marks a pivotal moment when BRICS objectives move decisively from theoretical possibility toward becoming a reality. Learn if diversifying your savings into gold is right for you. Birch Gold Group can help you move your hard-earned savings into a tax-sheltered IRA in precious metals. Claim your free info kit on gold by texting my name, Knowles, K-N-W-L-E-S, to 989898. You know, I'm a little bit of a gold bug. Got a decent amount of gold in my portfolio. And especially these days, I'm very happy that I do. With an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, let Birch Gold arm you with a free, no-obligation info kit on owning gold before July and the Rio Reset. Text Knowles to 989898 today. This performance was a microcosm of everything you've seen on the South Afrikaner refugee issue over the past, I was going to say several weeks, really several years or more at this point. We say, hey, the white farmers in South Africa are being targeted and raped and murdered, not only by street criminals, but also by some of the biggest political leaders in their country who go to rallies, ANC rallies or economic freedom fighter rallies, and say, shoot to kill the farmer, kill the boer, shoot, shoot, shoot. And, that seems really bad, don't you think? And everyone says, that's not happening, forget about it, that's not real. So Trump forces them all to watch it, and what do? Immediately, the reporter says, oh, we can't talk about that. We can't talk about whites being persecuted in South Africa. What about the Qatari jet? Qatari jet? What are you talking about? Forget about that. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. What about you got a good deal on an airplane for the Air Force from Qatar? Can you please talk about that? Please talk about anything other than the persecution of white people in South Africa. And Trump just totally knocks him down. Yeah, whatever. You're a joke reporter. I'm going to keep talking about this. Then he starts pulling up all the news articles. Because occasionally, maybe not with the TV news, but occasionally you get a report out here. Look at this report. Look at this report. And all the establishment media journalists in the room, they say, no, stop. One person yells out, you should, if you care about this issue, you should go over there. We shouldn't talk about this now. You should just go over there and see it yourself. Trump goes, yeah, I suppose I could. But all right, what about this report? What about this report? What about this report? And then finally, the president of South Africa himself goes back to the same stupid line that the joke reporter had used. And he goes, well, I am sorry that I do not have an airplane for you. And Trump brushes that one off too. He goes, yep, well, you should have. If you had one, I would have taken it. Anyway, let's keep talking about the real issue that all you people want to deny. that is undeniable now because I have forced you to watch it on the biggest stage on earth, that is the Oval Office. Everyone's talking about how Trump totally destroyed the president of South Africa with facts and logic. What Trump did yesterday was not primarily an attack on the president of South Africa. It was primarily an attack on the media because the media have revealed themselves to be liars, to be corrupt, to be dishonest, to be awful propagandists. And so Trump had to become the media. People are knocking Trump because he has this media company, the Trump Media and Technology Group. Why did he have to create that company? Because the media and big tech platforms kicked Trump off. And so between his first term and his second term, he said, well, I guess I'm going to be the media now. Look at me. I am the media now. We are the media now. That's what he said. And so while all of these credentialed genius journalists denied the reality that was happening in front of our faces, Trump said, okay, well, I'm going to get to the biggest stage in the world and I'm going to show everyone that we're right and you people are liars. Absolutely right. That was a great clip. Now stop, ring the bell, subscribe. We'll see you next time.